Guys, I still can't believe this happened.
I never thought it would be possible to buy an Hermes bag from the Hermes website, but somehow I managed to not just get one, but get 2 bags. One of them was actually my most wanted wishlist bag, something my SA told me is super rare, extremely hard to come by, and almost impossible to get from the boutique. So imagine my surprise when I saw this bag online. I was able to add it to my cart and check out, and it arrived on my doorstep the very next day. However, it is not what I expected, so I decided to try my luck again, and I actually found the perfect combination only a few days later, and again managed to check out successfully. But what happened next really caught me off guard. I did a little bit of digging, found out something very interesting from the Hermes client services advisor I want to share with you guys. I think it's going to change the way you approach buying bags online, and hopefully you don't make the same mistakes I did, because I really screwed up. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened with both of my orders. We'll be doing a little unboxing. I'll share with you how the Hermes website actually works, the games that goes on behind the scenes, and what you guys can do to maximize your chances of scoring the Hermes bag of your dreams. Let's dive straight in with how I managed to score my first Hermes bag online. This order was actually completely by chance. I was not actively looking to buy an Hermes bag, just happened to be browsing online and I typed in this bag, not expecting anything, because most of the time when you type popular bags in, nothing comes up. But this time, there it was, just sitting there, ready to be purchased. I saw the add to cart button, so I clicked on it, and I was so surprised it actually brought me to the payment screen. So I was like, what? Because this has never happened. Every single time I find a bag and I click on it, it's always said the bag is no longer in stock. This is the very first time I was able to check out, and I was beyond myself. I was so excited. So at this point, I didn't even think about it. I didn't hesitate. I checked out as fast as I could, and I fully expected an error message to pop up as soon as I hit submit payment. But no, instead, I got a confirmation message that said, "Miss Amy, thank you for your order, and your order is being processed. You'll be sent a confirmation email soon." So I was like, oh my God, no way. So even though I got to that confirmation screen, I didn't fully believe it. I thought, any moment now they're going to send me an email saying there was an error, there's actually no stock. This bag is so hard to get in stores. My SA wasn't able to get it for me. So I was almost puzzled how I was able to just buy this bag online without jumping through any hoops, without having to pre-spend anything. It almost feels surreal, right? Like if you guys know the Hermes game and know like you have to start your journey and build your profile to get these highly sought after bags, it didn't even occur to me that we're able to buy these online. So it wasn't until shipping confirmation came through that I was like, oh, okay, so this is actually happening. They are going to send me the bag. And the very next day, this arrived on my doorstep. Part of me was super excited because, this has been my wish list bag for the longest time. But another part of me is still thinking, this can't be real. So I unboxed it straight away. I really thought I would love this bag. But I obviously did not do my research, or any research for that matter. It was definitely an impulse purchase. After seeing it for the first time, I am just not 100% sure. So let me show you guys what I got. I really need you guys to help me decide whether I should keep it or not.
Bag. It's very cute. It's a miniature size. Comes with the order return details. What do you think, Yumi? What do you reckon's in here?
Oh, I still can't believe I am holding this bag in my hand without having spent any other money. This is crazy. Got the tissue paper. Dun dun. Got the Hermes dust bag. Oh dear, you guys. Are you guys ready? I got the Hermes Cargo Picotin in Noir, which is black with palladium hardware. Lucky I didn't cut this off. Not 100% sold on this bag. Like, it looks cool, but is it me? Is it my style? I don't think so. I feel like it's a little bit too masculine. It's got these external pockets and then a little leather flap here. But yeah, what would you even use the pockets for? This bag is mainly canvas and only the bag handles and also this little leather strap for where you put your lock are leather. And then the leather detail does go down onto the base. It does have 4 feet. The base inside is also leather. It does say Hermes Paris, made in France. And then on the pockets, you do have this leather trim as well. And there is now a D-ring just here, which my other Picotin does not have. And then in this little pouch here, there's the lock and set of keys. When I first unboxed it, I actually did really love it until I tried to put the lock on there and I realized something. Let me put the lock on there for you guys to see. Okay, there's the lock there. Do you guys notice anything that might have ticked me off? See how the lock is sitting very high because of how structured the bag is. Now, if I showed you guys my other Picotin, which is in leather, you guys are going to see there's a massive difference between the two. This is my beautiful Mauve Sylvester Picotin. Look how gorgeous this color is. This color always makes me smile whenever I look at it. The perfect springtime bag. And if I just put this over here, even without the lock, can you guys see the strap just naturally sits there and it cinches the bag in nicely over the top. So once the lock goes on there, like, it literally keeps the bag closed. Whereas this one, it's just too rigid. The lock is halfway up the bag. You really have to almost squeeze this down to close it. And even then, if you're like moving around, it will just slowly but surely open by itself. Not very secure. When you have it on, it protrudes out a lot. It doesn't really mold to your body. Very clunky. Whereas on the leather versions, the back goes in more, lays against the body a lot more comfortably, not giving me premium leather quality. I'm just not sure. What do you guys think? The other surprising thing is the lighter colors would usually look bigger, but here the canvas one definitely looks bigger and protrudes out more, right? You guys can let me know if you can see what I'm talking about. And the reason why I thought I would love this bag is because you guys know I actually really love more structured bags. I don't like it when the bag, loses its shape or gets very creased over time. Even though I do store it properly, Hermès is quite a heavy leather. So over time, the corners are likely to show wear or show wrinkling. And this is just the way it is with the Picotin bags. Whereas I thought being canvas and more rigid, this one would hold up a lot better in terms of the structure. Don't see this getting wrinkled or anything, but it's just not what I expected. I found my lock for my Picotin. So I'll put it on just to show you. Okay, so you can see once the lock is on there, it's pretty much hitting the base of the bag. Your things are pretty secure in there. It's not going to fall out. Really love the shape of the Picotin. And I like that the lock hangs down low. Whereas this one, it just looks way too rigid for my liking. And you guys can really see the difference. Also, the straps on this one, because it's softer, easier to put your arms through, feels nicer when you hold it. As this one, the handles are so rigid, it just doesn't feel comfortable. You can see they double up very easily. And this one, it just hangs open like that. This is definitely a masculine bag. Maybe guys would really, really love. I don't think it's for me. The second reason why I'm not super in love with it, I think, is because of the color. You guys know black is not usually something I gravitate towards. Thought I was making a smart decision because obviously with a white canvas, it's going to get dirty and stained a lot easier, almost impossible to clean. Because I did see they do have a white canvas with the gold trim. The practical side of me said you gotta think about the usability of the bag. You don't want to have to baby it like crazy. That's why I thought, oh, even though it's black, let's give it a go. You know, I might like it. And because I had it in my mind that this bag is so hard to come by, when I saw it, I kind of told myself, you can't really be picky here. If you see it in whatever color, just get it. And compared to when I unboxed this beauty, I was head over heels in love with it instantly. I just did not get the same feeling when I unboxed this bag, like nowhere close. That's where I knew this is not the bag for me. And I was trying to convince myself to love it purely because of how hard it is to get. Then there's also the price. Believe it or not, the cargo Picotin is $1,325 more than the leather Picotins. I didn't even know this until I researched the prices. Such a huge difference between the two. And this one's not even fully leather. It was 7,405 Australian dollars. So yeah, it just didn't make sense to me to pay that much more for this version when I don't completely love it. So I think I've come to the conclusion that I still want another Picotin, but definitely in leather and in a lighter color, because lighter color bags speaks to my heart. So this is why I wanted to try again, because of how random it was for me to find this bag. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time, but 99% of the time when I check, there's no bag. So this is when I decided to test out an Hermes online bag drop alert service called Shensho. It's essentially a website that monitors the Hermes site 24/7 and sends you real-time alerts whenever a bag that you've saved to your watch list have new listings or restocks. So instead of you having to check the Hermes website non-stop and hoping you will get lucky, I would just get notified on my trusty iPhone wherever I am. So once I signed up, instantly I got notifications. And even though it was bags I didn't really want to purchase, I tried out the links every single time. It worked like a charm. It will take you directly to the Hermes website. And from the website, you can straight away add it to cart and check out. They track bag drops across different countries and you can customize which bags you want to track. Once you add everything to your watch list, just wait for the email alerts to come in. This tool is honestly incredible and I really wish I had tried this out sooner. What I also found super helpful is on their website, you can actually see the restock history. So here are all the bags that got restocked yesterday. And you guys can see, you've got the Picotins, you've got the mini Evelyne, Garden Party, Kelly To Go wallet. And then the day before, there are all these bags and even a gold mini Evelyne. The only reason I didn't click on this one is because I have the mini Evelyne in chai, so they're too close together. But otherwise, like, how rare is that? And if you want to get that in stores, you're going to jump through a few little hoops, okay? They're not just going to give it to you with no pre-spending. So just looking through the history, it gives you an idea of just how many bags actually gets released onto the Hermes website. So pretty much every single day, Monday to Friday, they have bag restocks. I honestly can't believe just how many bags there are. And because we don't know, that's why when I saw the cargo Picotin, thought I have to check out right now, otherwise I'm going to miss out. But in reality, the cargo Picotin shows up many times throughout, even just, you know, the past week, it's shown up twice. So it's definitely not that rare, not as rare as you would think. Right? So instead of feeling like you have to grab whatever you see on the website, you can actually wait for the perfect dream combination that you have on your wish list. So I highly recommend you guys try out Shensho. They also post daily bag drops on their Instagram. I'll have my discount code in the description as well as in the pinned comment below. So using their service, that was how I was able to purchase my second Hermes bag from the Hermes website. Literally the very next day I signed up to them, I got the alert on my phone. I checked it. It was the bag of my dreams. It is in such an amazing, beautiful color. It's actually a new shade for Hermes Spring Summer. I'll show you guys in a second. So as soon as I got the notification, I clicked through and I was able to add the bag to cart and check out all before my very first patient for the day. If it wasn't for the alert system, I would have never checked the Hermes website at that time and I would have completely missed it. This is why this tool is so valuable for those of us with busy lives or demanding day jobs. It's almost impossible to constantly check the Hermes website throughout the day. At this point, I thought everything had worked out perfectly. I've scored my dream bag. I checked my email after my next patient and I was shocked to see they had cancelled my order. So this was the email I got. It said, "We regret to inform you that your order has been cancelled as we are unable to fulfill the items in your order. For more information, we invite you to contact our customer service team." At first, I thought maybe someone had checked out right before I did. So I went back onto the website. I looked up the bag. It was still showing on the website. It had the add to cart there. And when I clicked on it, it still let me add the bag to cart. So I was so confused. So of course I contacted client services. I just got an email saying my order's been cancelled, but I can still see the bag in stock online. Can you tell me why that is? The client services, lovely lady, she told me that because I had purchased a bag recently, I was not able to buy another bag in such a short amount of time. I had no idea this was a thing because on their website, all they say is you can only buy a maximum of 2 bags in each calendar year. So it didn't even cross my mind that they would cancel my order purely because I've already bought a bag a few days ago. I know that's a thing, in stores, but I didn't know that's also a thing online. The customer service rep said their system is managed by Paris and they update it regularly based on the stock level. So I didn't know this. That was why my second order got cancelled. And what's even crazier is I asked her if I end up returning my cargo Picotin, would that change anything? And she confirmed that returning the bag will not change the allocation timing because even if the item is returned, the system will still recognize that a handbag purchase was recently made. So they have this thing going on in the background that we have no idea about. Once you've made one bag purchase, it essentially locks you out from being able to purchase a second bag for quite some time. I asked her, what sort of time frame. She said it really depends, but she would recommend waiting at least 1 to 2 months before trying again. Sadly, I do not have a second handbag unboxing. It was in my perfect combination. Let me show you. Light gray with like a bluish undertone. So gorgeous, right? It is one of their new spring summer colors. This is the name there. So if we look a bit more closely at the Hermes disclaimer underneath all their bags, it does say, given the popularity and or limited availability of some of our products, Hermes reserves the right to vary these limitations at its discretion at any time. Yep, so the hidden context here is even if you're fast enough to check out, everything is still being monitored by Paris. They would have the final say on who actually gets the bag. And that's why I was seeing through my email alerts that certain bags was getting restocked multiple times in the hour. Initially, I didn't know why that is. I thought they were just like having multiple bags being made available, but I think it is because of this hidden rule. They're actively looking at all our orders, all our history, and deciding who gets the bags, which orders get confirmed and which ones get cancelled. So even though you can improve your chances of getting bags online, it's still not a done deal. Being super fast is only half the battle with Hermes. There are still rules and restrictions happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. But if you haven't purchased a bag recently, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Just be very smart, have a set wish list, because otherwise if you order the wrong one or order something that you're not sure about and then your dream bag comes along, you can't even purchase it, even if you're fast enough to add it to cart. So please learn from my mistake. So if I signed up to Shenzhou earlier, I would have not felt the urgency to impulse purchase that cargo Picotin, and I would have waited for my perfect combination to come along, which was only 2 or 3 days away. So I am very sad this has happened. For those of you that have purchased Hermes bags online, let me know if you guys were successful in purchasing multiple bags in a short amount of time. I think that's going to be helpful for all of us to know whether this is just something that happened to me specifically or if it's across the board. At this point, we really shouldn't be surprised, right? Hermes with their games and hidden rules, and maybe each country also has their own separate set of rules as well. I still think if you're able to use Shenzhou to score these non-quota bags, it would be a much smarter strategy than buying these bags in stores, because my SA actually told me years ago, even though these are non-quota bags, they do still require pre-spend. Once you purchase one of these non-quota bags, it actually uses up your pre-spend and will delay you from getting your quota bag offer. The other risk is they might give you a bag that you're not 100% in love with, but you feel like because you had asked for that bag specifically, you can't really then say, oh, I don't want it, you know? I would probably still feel obligated to buy this bag. And that's exactly what happened with many of my Hermes purchases, because all these items were hyped as super hard to get and very limited. So whenever you do see one in store, or if your SA was able to get you one, you pretty much have to buy it. Even if you don't love it, it's hard to get, right? I don't know why we're like this, just how we think, right? I've been so impressed with the bag drop alerts. Have to let you guys know, it really works. So if you want to improve your chances of buying an Hermes bag online, having the alerts will mean that you're no longer guessing when these drops are. You'll know instantly when they happen. And as long as you're monitoring your email notifications, it almost guarantees that you're going to be one of the first people to see the bag online, and you would have the opportunity to buy it if you want it. Shenzhou has completely changed how I'm going to approach buying these Hermes bags online in the future. A lot of people, myself included, had the misconception that it was impossible to score these highly sought after Hermes bags online. But I hope you can see now from my video that it is definitely possible and almost easy, dare I say it. You just have to have the right tools. You're not forced to spend a whole heap on things that you may not need just to get a bag that you really love. So do yourself a favor and try out Shenzhou. I'll leave everything in the description box and in the pinned comment for you guys. Thank you so much, Shenzhou, for opening my eyes around the Hermes backdrops online. I hope you guys will all benefit from their service. Just a quick reminder that my Dior and Chanel giveaway is still open. So if you haven't entered yet, make sure you head over to my last video to do so. If you guys found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't joined the family yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.